This is just the same piece of paper over and over.
They just rip one off and hand it out.
Yeah. It's actually no new features of it, it's just the letterhead from the company and thanks for coming. I'm here at Ray Valley Tractors in Sudbury. Dave, let me have a look at this 6120M. Now this is the new 6M series tractor that's replaced the 6M. It's replaced the old 6MC and the old 6RC series tractors. It's got improved manoeuvrability, visibility, comfort, and a host of other features that makes this one quite an exciting new tractor. What's interesting to me about this particular tractor is even though it's 120 horsepower or 145 with the extra boost, they still managed to keep it within quite a tight wheelbase. The turning circle is just 4.5 meters. This is a very, very capable, powerful tractor, but is designed to work well in small yards or in tight spaces where you typically can't get some of these bigger machines around. One notable feature is the sloped bonnet design. Now to do that, they've removed the DPF filter, one of the 2 DPF filters that were typically on a machine like this. They've removed one of them. This allows for better visibility. So I believe it is 6.5 meters from the driver's seat now to where you could see in front of you, which is much increased from the typical high raised bonnet of the older generations. This particular one is quite a high spec one. Now this one I believe was the one that was used in Valencia at the announcement of the new 6M. So this is actually the one that was used there. It's sent over here and it's now here on demonstration at Ray Valley Tractors. So let's take a look inside the cab. You can instantly see, from sitting in this perspective, you can see the visibility improvements, especially down at the front there, which is great if you've got a loader on. You can see the attachments, you can see your material, your bales, whatever it is you're driving to. The visibility of the top of the bonnet is actually where the steering wheel is, so you couldn't really get it much lower than that anyway, unless you really, lean forward. But effectively, it's as low as it could go. There's no obstruction for the bonnet. I think typically you would have a bonnet that's probably sticking out like that, whereas this is further down. Visibility is great, I'll give it that. So I guess I could just list off all of the features off of this spec sheet here, like the latest AMS and farm site solutions include JD Link telematics, Starfire 6000 satellite receiver, the 4240 or 4640 Green Star displays, all of that stuff. But ultimately, I don't think it really matters. I think the majority of people who want something like this, the investment is in the reliability, the affordability. Like, John Deere have proven themselves in this size vehicle and other size, but particularly this size vehicle, since I think like the early 90s. The early 6000 series tractors are still very well revered, and I know they don't really compare to this now, and the price is different, but ultimately they're good. They just are, and I can still see them like in 20 years time this will still be a good tractor. Now you might be thinking, why would I choose this over the more premium R series John Deeres that are on the market? Well, there are actually pros and cons to each, so I've put them side by side so that we can look at what is what for each one. Now the 6M has a shorter wheelbase. Now this does allow for tighter control, especially in smaller yards and especially with a loader on. This means it can move in tighter spaces than the R series, but still keeping that power capability. The 6M has a higher payload capacity, meaning it can lift more. So you're getting more bang for buck in that area with the 6M over the 6R. Now obviously the 6R series is a more expensive option, but it does come with a host of newer features such as the new wider cab. And with that you get the better buddy seat, and I think the comfort is a little bit better in the R than it is in the M, because the cab on the M, even though it's newly trimmed, it's still using the old frame, so it's within a smaller footprint than the R series. The R series is wider, it's just a juicier cab. In the R series, you do get the IVT option, which is smoother, stepless, unlike the M. With the M, you only get stepped options. We'll go into that a little bit later. And with the 6R, you do get a 50k option, which with the 6M you do not. It's only 40k. But the 6M is a cheaper option, and you do get certain benefits over the 6R. If that's the kind of thing you're looking for, you might want some of these features that the 6M offers that the R doesn't. In taking it out for a test drive, I did notice that it was quite a smooth ride. I think some of that's down to the TLS front axle and what bits of cab suspension it has. One thing I did find, the gear changes weren't so smooth. It had come to what I think is effectively a range change in the automatic gearbox, and there would be kind of a delay, and then it'd pull you back, and then you'd kind of jerk forward again. I don't think this is probably the best tractor for intense road use, but that's not what it's for. It is a utility tractor. It is kind of designed at its heart for working around the yards, so I can forgive it for that. Cab comforts, other than the visibility improvements we've talked about, the seat is pretty comfy. The passenger seat is still the kind of hard rubber seat in this one that we have seen since the early 6000 series John Deere's back in the early 90s. It's good, but you can't really spend too many hours as a passenger in this cab, otherwise you will probably go home with a sore bottom. Also, if you brake heavily, the passenger tends to end up in a pile in the front windscreen as they've slid off the seat. That is something that the R series doesn't have. It does have the upgraded, the newer buddy seat, but I wouldn't really call that a deal breaker on this. If you are interested in having a look around one of these new 6M series tractors or any of the other models that John Deere may have to offer, then I recommend you get down to your local Ray Valley Tractors dealership and have a look around. They're pretty good down there, they'll look after you. Or alternatively, if you want to get in touch with me, I'll put you in touch with the right people. You can go have a quick look around one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dirt and Diesel. Also find me on Facebook under Dirt and Diesel, and Instagram at Dirt and Diesel TV. We've got all sorts of content on there, not just reviews and tech talks, but we've got all sorts of different types of content on there. I think you'll enjoy it. You should give it a whirl. Yeah, till next time. Thank you very much.
You'll enjoy that.